gentlemen around the world, to the Gentleman's Lounge. I'm Peyton. I'm your host of the Gentleman's Handbook podcast. And today I have a very special guest with me today. You might know him by Lil Jordan Humphrey, but I just call him LJ. He's a wide receiver for New Orleans Saints. He's a former Texas Longhorn. He's one of the most humble pro athletes that I've ever met. Unless you were talking about basketball, that is, then he can be pretty arrogant.
I mean, I'm a dog on that court, but you know what I mean? I'm gonna leave that alone. I'm gonna leave it alone.
Oh, man, it's truly a pleasure to have you with me today.
I appreciate you having me on here. You know what I mean? It means a lot.
You got anything you want to say to the people? Any shout outs?
What's good? You know, Mom Dukes, what's good with you? Pops, you know what I mean? What's happening? My sister, Ebony, Devontae, what's good?
Okay. So tell me a little bit about your upbringing and what got you into football.
I mean, it was just kind of like bred into me. I was born into it. Grew up playing sports. Like my first love is basketball, like you said. Like I said, I'm a dog at that. But I'm a dog in basketball. But yeah, I just grew up into it. Like my parents, so when I was born, like they were saying I was crying because I couldn't play sports when I was too young. So it's just something I always did. Like it's something I always loved, and like just a way for me to escape. You know what I mean? Get away from all the problems that is going on right then and there. So yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, and you free from Texas, you know. Y'all got football stadiums that are huge for high school players. Football is like the religion in Texas, you know.
Yeah, it's like a religion. It's nothing but college. It's like colleges, baby colleges all throughout Texas. High schools all, you know what I mean? It's like a D3 college. You going to high school, really, in Texas. You're going from like really, from 3A up, because you got a school named Salina or something like that. Yeah, Salina. They facility is crazy, and they like a 3A school with like, 6 state championships? I'm probably off, but something like that.
Okay. Yeah, I've been to Texas and I've seen all the stadiums. I'm like, man, is that a college? You know what I mean? I'm a little jealous. You know, I grew up right here in New Orleans in Louisiana.
Yeah.
And we all shared stadiums. You know what I mean? We shared like Tag Gormley, or we might go play at East Jeff or West Jeff or Pan Am, but we didn't have, you know, the amount of stadiums that exist in Texas. So I guess, like you said, you know, Texas, it kind of grew up in your blood to be, you know, ultimately end up being a football player, you know?
Right. Yeah, that's true. Especially, like, it depends on the school you go to. Like, the school will have a big impact on, like, what you doing, you know what I mean? Like, if it's a big football school, that's kind of like what you're gonna lean towards and everything. So yeah.
And you went to South Lake Carroll, right?
Yeah, one of the powerhouses in Texas. You know what I mean? So that's kind of why. You know what I mean? I stuck with football rather than basketball. Like I said, I'm a dog, but but yeah, that's why I stuck with football really, because that was just one of the big schools. You know what I mean? Got more recognition for that than the other thing.
Yeah. I always say the basketball and the rap game are the two most disrespected professions. Everybody think they got bars, and everybody think they can hoop. I can't hoop. I got minor bars, you know.
Yeah. So I can rap. I'm playing. I can't rap. I can't rap. I ain't gonna lie to y'all like that.
So talk to me about you know, a little bit about your college years. About basically what made you choose Texas.
Man. Originally, I wanted to go to Cal Berkeley. A lot of people do know that. I wanted to go to Cal Berkeley, get out of Texas. You know, it's too hot. I was trying to get in the good weather, you know what I mean? But that ended up not working out. Then I was about to go to Wisconsin, but just my family couldn't come see me play, anything like that. I wouldn't be able to get home without, you know what I mean, having a whole bunch of money to pay for them flights. So I was like, and the education at Texas is, you know what I mean, part top tier, one of the best in the country. And that was real big because I didn't think, you know what I mean, I didn't think I was going to do too much in football. I was just like you know what I mean, I wasn't no big recruit or nothing like that. So I was just I wanted something to fall back on. So I was like, Texas and education, and my family come see me whenever, and I go see them whenever. Why not?
Yeah, Texas is a great school. You know, I hear it's a great school academically.
Yeah.
But definitely, it's definitely football powerhouse. You know, you had multiple Heisman Trophy winners. Then you got winners at different Doak Walker winners. Bolitnikov, Doak, what is it? The Jim Thorpe Award.
Yep, got them.
What's the quarterback award?
I don't know. I forgot.
Yeah, but y'all got a bunch of, you know, it seems like it makes sense. Then UT is what biggest thing in Texas outside of Dallas Cowboys.
That's facts. Yeah, it really is. Yeah, I ain't even think about it like that, but yeah, it is.
You know, that's what I assumed. That's why you probably went to UT. You just knew your family's gonna be able to come see you.
Yeah.
And he's gonna be a legend.
Yeah. Hey, I hope I'm a legend. Hey, but yeah, it's definitely got a huge brand. It's probably one of the biggest brands in the country. So yeah.
Yeah, big time, man. So, I remember you told me that you originally was a running back, and you more was like an athlete, but you really was a guy with the ball in your hands. And then, you ended up going to Texas, and you was telling me that then they made that transition and moved you to wide receiver.
Yeah.
When did that take place?
Really, like, as soon as I stepped foot on the on campus, it was kind of like I'm gonna be a receiver. Then, that I didn't play much as a receiver, so they moved me back to running back because we had some injuries and stuff. But I didn't play a lot because we had that Doak Walker winner, Deontay Foreman on there. He was going dumb. Then shoot, I got after Coach Strong and them got fired after the last game. They moved me back to receiver because like I said, Coach Drayton was like, I'm not coaching no 6'5" running back. I was like, dang, all right, I'll just play receiver / tight end or whatever. So yeah.
Yeah. I mean, that's some negativity right there for a coach to say he's not gonna coach a guy because of his height.
Yeah, I mean, I don't, that's what I was told, but I was like, it is what it is, you know what I mean? Like I said, like I'm used to people not believing in me, and like I just gotta show them what I can do, and like when I was able to show them what I was able to do, they started letting me do some wildcat packages and stuff like that. So like, in a sense, I was still toting the rock, so like I got what I wanted.
Well, it seemed like it worked out for you pretty good. You're in the NFL.
Yeah.
And I remember the guy who was telling me about Deontay Freeman. He ran for 2,000 yards, huh?
Foreman, yeah.
Yeah, Foreman. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
is he still in the NFL?
Yeah, I think he played with the Titans. I believe
he's not playing then. Never mind.
No, he gonna get some burn. You know what I mean?
You got that beast, Derrick Henry, right
he
there.
He do got a beast, but that's two beasts. You know what I mean? That's just like gonna be a two-headed monster.
But that beast, they give him that rock every time. Hey, we play the Titans this year.
Yeah, we do. We got to.
Yeah. I feel sorry for whoever got a Titan. I'm saying we, but I'm not. I'm really y'all.
Hey, we ain't worried.
Okay.
We ain't worried.
So I remember like your junior year. That's when I started watching you. I realized that because Texas, they're gonna put you on TV.
Yeah.
And they was talking about you, and that sounds like, man, who's this guy? Your name stood out to me. Obviously, your name was actually Lil Jordan Humphrey. I'm like, is that Ha Clint Dix? But that was just his nickname.
Yeah.
His name was something else.
Really?
Yeah, that's not his real name.
Ha Clint Dix not his real name?
No.
I thought that was his real name.
No.
All right.
All those other guys, that was their nicknames. I thought your daddy name was Jordan. They just called you Lil Jordan.
Nah. They ain't it. Yeah. I ended up getting my name from my oldest brother, honestly. He wanted to name me Michael Jordan. My mom was like, nah. It was like, no. We can't have two Michaels in this family because his name was like Terry Michael and stuff like that. So they went with Lil Jordan. I don't know how they came up with that, but hey, it stuck. So now I'm here.
I mean, it's on your birth certificate. It definitely stuck. But yeah, man. Hey, when I saw your name, and I'm like, man, with a name like that, he better be balling.
Yeah.
And you was balling. I'm like, oh, you was catching a lot of. Like I saw you. I think I definitely watched Texas, Oklahoma, and that's the Cotton Bowl. That's the.
Yeah, it's the Red River Rivalry.
And y'all playing the Cotton Bowl.
Yeah, we playing the Cotton Bowl.
And I saw you making plays, man. You was jumping over guys. You was snatching balls out there.
Yeah.
I think you was mostly playing slot, huh?
Yeah, I mostly play slot. Yeah.
So you was balling. I remember you caught for 1,000 yards, and then you're like, you know what?
Yeah.
I'm taking my talent to the NFL.
Yeah, I had to. I didn't have to. I wanted to come back, but like I had some things going on that like I didn't, want to get into or like have to deal with. So like I just wanted to take a chance on me, and so I decided to leave. And I know Longhorn Nation was mad at me for that, but hey, it's all good. I feel like I made the best decision for me, and that's all that matters.
So boom, did you have a draft party?
No, I actually went to Cincinnati with my agent and watched because we didn't know what was gonna happen. Okay. So we just went up there and watched with him, me and my family, and just chilled. Honestly, I was playing basketball most of the draft, so yeah.
Okay. So long story short, you don't get drafted.
Yeah, I don't. And yeah, I was kind of hurt by that. I thought I was good enough to at least get picked up by one team, but Ended up going undrafted, getting a call from the Saints, and they giving me an opportunity, and been here ever since then, and been around some of the greatest coaches, the best coaches I ever been around. So helped me a lot, developing stuff. So yeah, I'm happy. I'm happy about that call from them, honestly.
Yeah. That's one thing I know. Just put myself in your shoes and be like, man, because you put a whole lot of work in your entire life to one day get your name called, so you'd say, I'm about to get ready to play for this particular team. But, you still got picked up and got an opportunity. And, the Saints, they just love undrafted guys at wide receiver.
I'm glad they do, too. Yeah, they do, though. They do. One of the few teams that's like that really go search for the guy. Like, if you're good, they're going to find you regardless of the name or whatever. So, yeah, I was happy about that. And just also, just being around Drew, Mike, DeMario, Cam, Armstead, Teron Armstead, Ramczyk. I mean, I can go on, but, being around guys like that who work hard every day, you kind of it gave me a realization that, I wasn't doing enough to get drafted. So, it put me in perspective. It made me evaluate myself and, go harder, honestly. I can go harder.
Yeah, I can respect that, man. You named some guys, man. Cam, Cam has been in the league 10 years, at a high level, balling out. DeMario Davis, I wouldn't want him tackling me. Just gonna say that. Lattimore, Mike. Mike obviously put his name. A lot of guys. You play for a team that's, even though it's a small market.
Yeah.
I think New Orleans is one of the smallest markets in the NFL. But we get a lot of primetime games. You get a lot of opportunities to show you what you got. You get a lot of opportunities, and then you play for a good coach. You play for Sean Payton, you play for Coach CJ, and I know Coach CJ.
Yeah. That man funny. I love that man, honestly.
Oh, man.
Probably he a great coach, though, so, yeah.
He is.
Man, shout out to him, honestly.
CJ the trade had Reggie Wayne. And Reggie Wayne belonged in the Hall of Fame, but Reggie Wayne, he had Andre Johnson, Colston, a lot of guys.
Santana Moss, all them.
Santana Moss. He done put a lot of guys in position. So you got a great coach, you know what I mean? And man, he gonna coach you extremely hard. I know that for sure. I just seen it in action.
Yeah, he gonna coach you hard. And I had to get used to that. I wasn't used to that. I didn't get that in college for real. Especially just being detailed. So I had to get used to it. I wasn't, you know what I mean? But it definitely helped me for the better.
Yeah, I can see it. I seen you transform. I remember when you first came, and then you was working, and I'm looking. You know what I mean? I get a little judgmental when it comes to my football. And I'm seeing, I'm like, okay. You're like, yeah, bro, I really was a running back. So I'm like, wait, you overachieving. Wait. Because you didn't have none of the tools.
Yeah.
It's so hard to go from run. Trust me, I hate it. They used to try to make me play wide receiver.
Yeah.
And when I was in college, I'm like, I could play wide receiver. I'm just not running no slants. Don't ask me to catch no hard thrown beam slants. I want to catch soft touch passes where I can get in space and go.
I feel that.
And you turn it to a real wide receiver. And then I watch you getting better every week.
Yeah.
Every week, man. I'm just like, man, you snapping the way you snapping, you getting your head around, coming out your routes.
I mean, it's just the trainers I've been around, it never really got the right training, to develop as a receiver. And, I've been a running back my whole life. Since I was a little kid, grew up toting the rock, coming behind the quarterback, been next to the quarterback, receiving handoffs. So, to actually gain knowledge, from receiver coaches and stuff like that, and actually develop and put into action, I think that's what's starting to I'm starting to see the results come now. You know what I mean? Especially with Wyatt. Wyatt been helping out a lot with that, and yeah.
Yeah, man. If you really could video yourself and see what you was to what you look like now, you wouldn't even recognize yourself.
For real, I was like that when I first came in.
I mean, I see some guys coming in. I'm like, you in the NFL? and then I see why, because you got a lot of guys out there putting out bad information.
Yeah.
Got guys doing all the things wrong. That's the quarterback not gonna look at you.
Yeah.
As soon as you go to do left, right, quarterback gonna turn his head because he gonna get hit. He not trying to get hit. And I see, man, you a big target already. I see you lost weight because you used to be much bigger in college.
Man, what? I had to.
You faster. You know what I mean? You getting out of those breaks. When you came, I remember one time I was standing there, you was coming to run like a dig, and I had to move out the way because I'm like, damn, he coming at me pretty fast. And I'm like, wow, okay, now that's when I knew, yeah, LJ gonna be ready.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, man, I can only I can think it to Wyatt and CJ, honestly, and my guy back at home, Braylon Bell, they really been putting in some work with me for the last couple of years. So just appreciate them, because without them, I would probably still be a chubby kid. You know what I mean, don't know how to run routes, can't get out my breaks and stuff like that. So yeah.
So what are some of your like goals for this year for yourself?
For myself, you know what I mean, make the team. Honestly, that's my first goal, is to make this team. And find a role on this team, either the special teams or, you know what I mean, on offense. The last 2 years I've been signed as practice squad out the preseason and camp, so I just want to be on the active squad when out the camp is over with, and be able to say, okay, then work from there and just try to, you know what I mean, get a couple balls, be able to be on the offense and create a role for myself, honestly. Just create a role for myself on the offense and then in the special team game.
Okay. Yeah, I can see you getting some balls. You done got rid of a few guys. They got some openings, ready. And I think that, you ready for one of those openings. They always say that, preparation, is what happens whenever you get opportunity. You got to prepare yourself first, because opportunities come open every day. And it's like, damn, if I would have just worked hard, I would have been ready for this opportunity. But you already prepared at this point. And I feel like you got opportunities coming open.
Yeah.
You got a quarterback battle going on between Jameis and Taysom.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna ask you who to choose, who you want to be the quarterback. Yeah, that's bad for your dollars.
Yeah, that's bad for me. Bad business.
But I remember, a couple times you guys were going out there and catching balls from Jameis. I see Jameis. He got an arm. I mean, throwing a deep ball. I haven't seen a deep ball since like 2012 in New Orleans. I'm happy to see the deep ball coming back.
Yeah.
Can you tell me some positives about Jameis? And
I mean, Jameis, he a good leader. He leads in a different way. Like you said, he got a great arm on him. And I mean, like, I feel like we're all excited just to see what he can bring to the table. Then also Taysom, like, you know what I mean, he brings a different aspect to the quarterback position. Like, he able to run, he able to do a whole bunch of different things. He could throw the ball well also, you know what I mean? So it's gonna be a good competition between them two. So like, I feel like we're just all excited, because like, all in all, it's gonna be like, whoever it is gonna be back there, we're gonna be all right.
Okay. Yeah, I hope so, man. I'm a big Saints fan. I love to watch the Saints on Sunday. If we start taking those L's, I'm gonna have to take my emotion off the team. I'm not gonna stress myself out over you guys like that. But I gotta come and check you out. I'm still gonna watch it. I gotta see you do your thing for sure.
Yeah.
'Cause I gotta see what you got, because I already know you're gonna ball out. I'm gonna watch it. I got to. But enough about football. I kind of want to get a little bit more into what it's like being a pro athlete, as far as the non-football part. Like I already know some of the perks are you get paid a lot of money.
Yeah.
You might get free stuff. Sometimes
Every once in a while,
you get some free stuff. People throw you a little free things here and there. But what are some perks you found that from playing in the NFL?
Like you said earlier, I don't have to work a regular job. That's probably the biggest perk. I get to play a kids game that I love. What else? You get to see a lot of beautiful women. Yeah, that's a perk. But what else? I mean, you have a lot of more free time than the average person. So like, that's a huge perk. Honestly, you get a lot of time to spend with your family. Honestly, and we really didn't get that in college. So I kind of enjoy that a lot. Yeah. I mean, it's a couple more, but like, I just can't think of it right now. And I'm still young. I'm still trying to experience those perks and stuff like that. So yeah.
Yeah, if you get one of those big checks, there's gonna be a whole lot of perks.
Yeah, probably. I can't wait for it either.
I see that I don't know what the percentage is. I'm throwing this percent out there. I don't know if it's the correct percent. They said maybe 80% of athletes go broke at least 2 years after leaving the NFL or the NBA or something like that.
Really?
Yeah, it's something crazy. They had an entire 30 for 30 called Broke.
Yeah, I remember
on
that
athletes.
Yeah, I remember that one.
Yeah, they talk about how athletes got broke. And what are some of the things, the bad habits you see take place in the NFL, and how have you worked hard to try to avoid some of those habits?
I mean, some of the bad habits, just getting caught up in the social media lifestyle, the rock star lifestyle that everybody wants to live nowadays. Whether it's like partying, clubbing, you know what I mean, taking trips, And like, not saying it's a bad thing if you got it, but like, for me as an undrafted free agent, you know, my road, my path, my pockets are real different. So I gotta play it smarter by not overindulging in those things and just doing it in moderation and being smart about how I go about doing them, honestly, and just knowing when to say no and stop, honestly. And a lot of people don't know when to stop and like don't have a lot of self-discipline, honestly. And that's what I think that's just what it is. A lot of people don't have a lot of self-discipline when it comes to that, so.
Yeah. Well, a lot of times I notice athletes come from families and come from situations that are difficult. You know, you grew up where you don't have much money, and everybody look to you as the guy. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and that's hard too, cause like, you know what I mean, like, you don't want to see your people out there struggling, and like, so you want to help, but like you gotta help in moderation. Like, you gotta just know, like, sometimes you can say yes, sometimes you say no, but like you gotta be able to say no, because say yes all the time, they're gonna just keep coming. They're gonna always keep coming. So like, you gotta learn how to say no, and when you say no, if they don't respect it, they don't respect it. But like, you know what I mean, at least you set your boundaries for them.
Yeah, some people I heard you have a no person, a person that, well, ask such and such.
Yeah, some people do.
I heard never mind, because he gonna say no every time. But we struggling. You were struggling for the past 20 years. You'll be all right. You know how to struggle.
I heard about that. I heard people got people like that, but like, I don't know. I feel like for me, like, it's just better like if I do it, because like, I feel like I'm blowing you off or whatever. Like, I ain't better than you. You know what I mean? Because I can easily be in that position. Same position as you, if you know what I mean, I make the wrong move. So I try to like man up and be like, no, I can't do it this time. You know what I mean? I can't help you out this time. So yeah.
Yeah, Trent Richardson went broke.
Yeah.
You know, he was the 3rd overall pick. He broke.
Yeah, I heard about didn't he have like a little credit card? Like, his family just had a credit card with his name in it, and it was just spending. Yeah. Could never do that.
Yeah, it's not a smart move.
Yeah, because people don't understand how hard you really work. So, you know what I mean? That's just, that wasn't a smart move by him for sure.
Yeah, because it don't last. What they say, NFL stands for not for long.
Not for long. Yeah. And something else, but I forgot what the other one meant.
Yeah, but you know, I noticed another thing. You know, women. You know, women are. I think that a lot of guys spend a lot of money on women.
Man.
On buying bags, on flying them out, on going on trips. You know, I know you probably had women come at you about flying them out, about buying them bags. How do you deal with the women? You know, I know some dudes, they weak, so you see a woman and she's so beautiful or so bad, as they put it, like, man, look how she look. I gotta have her.
I mean, yeah, like, I'm the same way. You know what I mean? Sometimes they be like, dang, I gotta have her, but like, I ain't gotta have you that bad, you know what I mean? I ain't gotta have you that bad. I've been without you, so I'm gonna stay without you, honestly, if I gotta do all that to get you. So I'm big on like, like, why I gotta do that if, you know what I mean? Like, I'm not finna upgrade something that you can't do, honestly, or something like that. I mean, I don't believe in it. Like, if you're not my girl, I don't believe in doing all that for you. And so like, yeah, when it comes to women asking me, I be like, I either don't respond, or, you know what I mean, they get a smart ass response from me. So you know what I mean, I just try to stay away from them type, honestly, even though they everywhere.
Yeah, they diving in the DMs.
Like you said, it's the rapper's fault.
Yeah, it's I blame the rappers.
It's the rapper's fault.
Because it's always about, I'm going to trick that off to you, I'm going to give you this, I'm going to give you that.
Man.
You know. And chicks talking about upgrade my life. I'm not upgrade your life. Why would I upgrade a 2004 Ford Explorer? I'm not going to upgrade that. I just go get a brand new model off the lot.
Hey, but you know what they say? It ain't tricking if you got it. I don't believe it, but hey.
It is tricking. It is, even when you got, unless you're Deshaun Watson, then you might need to.
I ain't getting in on that one.
But I apologize to Deshaun Watson, but hey, man, as you can see, women can get you in trouble.
No,
you know?
They can, man. They can. And they will if they see, you know what I mean? If they want to get to you some way, somehow. That's what you just got to be smart with them, man. They will get you in trouble now. That's one thing. And you see so many cases about that, or just things about it that comes out. And, like, it sucks because, man, I don't really want to get into it, honestly, because that's a sensitive topic, honestly. Yeah. But, women can't get you in trouble. Just be smart about that.
Yeah, I always say that you being the one with the money and the power, you have to protect that.
Facts.
Because they won't protect it. You have people, coming after you.
Facts. That's facts.
It's like blood in the water.
Yeah.
So you the one who have to protect yourself against those attacks. You have to be smart. But you have to use your resources, the money that you have for lawyers and security and things like that to protect yourself as a professional athlete. Because there are people who mean, the wrong things for you, especially women. Because guess what? You get an opportunity to get pregnant for a dude, and guess what happened? You're rich for the rest of your life. If we look at Blake Griffin, he was paying her 3 M's a year to be a mother.
Man.
3 M's a year.
It don't cost that much to, you know what I'm saying? It don't cost that much for, if the father's present, you know what I mean? It don't cost that much to raise a child.
Listen, I know a lot of dudes who grew up without a dad and they get 3 M's. But that's how it is.
Yeah,
you have to
you know
protect
how it
yourself.
is. Yeah, you got to protect yourself, honestly. You're right about that one.
Yeah, you have to protect yourself because nobody will protect you. You have to be smart. You have to have the right people around you. I noticed that you don't have a posse, which is good.
Nah. I kind of want one, but I want some guys around me that I know they're going, work. You know what I mean? Because I'm working, so I'm not finna just have you sitting at my crib doing nothing. You know what I mean? Like, then what's you around me for? Like, we ain't getting no better in life at all if you just sitting at the crib doing nothing. Like you gotta find something that you like and something, you know what I mean? And try to take off with that. And I'll help anybody, help any of my dogs, you know what I mean, do that. Or, family members do that. But, you gotta show me that you willing to grind for what you want. Because I grinded for what I want. You're not just finna... People want handouts nowadays, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, that's why I'm just I'm not giving no handouts to nobody.
Yeah, I noticed that, sometimes when the way you at right now, you're in the NFL, right? You are your own brand, you know what I mean? But, people always want to say, my brand, right? They ain't got no brand. But you your own brand. At this point, you're an independent contractor. And sometimes you get to certain places in life, you can't bring other people with you. Have you noticed that you had to leave some people behind since you've been to the NFL?
I gotta leave them behind. It's just it's not like I gotta leave them behind. It's just their mindset is not where it needed to be. You know what I mean? So I guess I am leaving them behind. You know what I mean? So yeah, it comes with it, and they just gonna have to understand. People gonna say you switched up, but
Of course, I'm supposed to switch up. My car switched up. My address switched up. My bank account switched up. I was supposed to switch up on you.
You know what I mean? I ain't switching up. It's just for me to, you know what I mean? It's you gotta change to go to different levels.
Yeah.
You gotta change to go to different levels. You ain't willing to change, you ain't gonna never go to a different level. That the level you never elevating. So that's why people say switch up, but no, I'm just elevating, and you ain't elevating with me. So ain't no switching up and leaving nobody behind. Either you're gonna elevate or you're gonna stay where you at.
Yeah, and you just happen to elevate on them.
Yeah, I just had to elevate, and they ain't want to elevate with me.
Yeah. Well, I appreciate your time, man. I really appreciate you coming out.
I appreciate you having me. Honestly, it was cool. Yeah,
it was cool. It took a few times, but finally came through. I appreciate it. You better than your teammate. I ain't gonna say no names, but I appreciate you coming through, man. And it was just a great opportunity to get the insight of what it's like to be an NFL player, especially from your perspective first, and then I'm gonna get you later once you get that big check.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna see what it's like now. You're like, man,
hey, forget all that what I said. Now I'm playing. I'm playing.
You're gonna be like, man, when I was broke, you know what I'm saying? You're gonna be like, the more money we have, the more problems we see. Huh?
Hey, probably, honestly, but I ain't there yet. We still working to get there. So hopefully this year be the year to help me get there.
Okay. Well, that's all we got today. You know what I'm saying? And I appreciate having my guy on today. I'm looking forward to him doing big things. And we out. Peace.